I just had to let you know.
Coach, this is the city, Los Angeles, California. That's where we are for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Seattle Seahawks and the Los Angeles Rams. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Cut. 180. 25.
I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you. Check 26, check 26. Hey, switch gears, switch gears.
50 touch.
Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
Now a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in. Brandon Cooks, touchdown LA. Brandon Cooks, 76 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Zerline connects on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Wilson, the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now a man who played collegiately here in the Golden State, Rashad Penny. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Here's Wilson. That's caught by Howard. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand.
Here we go. Here we go.
16 yards, a first down.
It's got to the point where we see guys like that make that type of a catch. Not fair goes through my brain. That size, that speed, and now they're acting like wide receivers too.
Yeah, tight end one-handed catches. They're kind of like wide receiver one-handed catches nowadays.
Just not right.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Check. Check. Check.
14, run it.
Check. 59.
Let's go.
Penny, a first down carry. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14.
What? Move the team.
We don't like the 48 right now. Let's go. You can't block me. You can't block me.
From midfield now, here's Wilson. It's caught, Lockett. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that, because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. Now with the play clock down to 2, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first.
48's the mic. You must be true. Deuce. He's coming. We got double up. Check. 48's the mic.
Off the play fake, here's Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. And this is going to be incomplete.
Wilson on the keeper. Incomplete on the throwaway. It's 4th down.
On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And this will pin him nicely inside the 20 as it's out of bounds at about the 14-yard line.
14-yard line.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. Now, they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
A running play on 1st down, and it turns into a fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. A free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle?
Looking to throw on second down. Goff, that's taken in, complete to Reynolds. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
And 6.
Set. 120.
Target. Mike's 49.
Hey, kill.
49. It's coming this way. Here we go.
49, guys. Mike, 49.
Yeah. You don't want none.
Throwing on third. Goff. And got a man. It's Woods. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. Goff hitting Woods for a Rams first.
First down. First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Not. Like 20.
Mike 54. Come to my world. We want it. Come to my world. Hey, check 24.
Value 3. Turbo set.
On first down, it's Gurley. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, that he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
What?
So here's a first and 10 at the 38.
76.
No. 54's Mike. Check. Watch 54.
12.
Check 50.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Los Angeles. It is the Rams in possession as they've got it with a first and 10.
Like 20. Hey, shell.
Check 3. Hey, one set. Check Mike 54. Bring it.
Jester. Ric Flair.
Shoot. Watch that.
Jester.
Right there.
Henderson now on first and 10. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. On second and 15 now. Goff. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down.
Hey, switch. Mike's 49.
Come on. 49, guys. Mike, 49.
Watch the slant.
Out of the gun. Goff. And he's got the hook up here. It's Woods. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 15, and the Rams have a first down.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Two first downs have them up near midfield now on first and 10.
Check.
Ric Flair.
Hey, check 24. Watch 24.
56 is Mike. 56 is Mike.
Back to the ground game here. Gurley. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And he'll get this down to the 39-yard line. That's a gain of 13, first down Rams.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's first and 10 at the 39-yard line. Gurley trying to run inside, but nothing there. Stop made there by Gerald McCoy. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
You better be afraid of me. Shoot. Check the
Super one. Do up.
Switch it, come on, switch it. Switch. Go ahead, baby. Go.
On second down, Barber. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Third down and 9.
Well, they need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on third down.
Hardball.
49 to Mike. Watch 49. Better bring it.
Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on third down.
Hardball.
49, guys. Mike, 49. Coming.
5.
49 to Mike. 49 to Mike.
11.
Here we go.
11.
Wide. Get wide.
Goff steps away to his left. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 25-yard line.
First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
180.
Check. Watch 54. Go. Alert flare. Hey, alert 3. Mike's 50.
Barber on first and 10. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13.
Watch the screen. Kill, kill, kill. He's checking, he's checking, he's checking. Crash, crash.
Goff going to hand it to Gurley. Jadeveon Clowney there on the stop. Earlier this half, you were wondering how the defense was going to handle him defensively. Were they going to bottle him up at different levels, so to speak, is what you said. What have you seen so far?
Well, I think they've been absolutely terrific because it feels like on every play, if we were watching this in the film room, when you clicked off the film or stopped it, you would see 11 shirts of that same color right there in the frame trying to tackle it. That's what you're looking for.
The Rams on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd down and 12.
Me, I got motion man. Me, I got this. Mike's 49. Mike's 49.
Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley.
Let's go.
So instead of forcing the field goal, it'll be 1st and goal.
Yeah, the force was trying to make something happen that just didn't need to, right? I mean, the plays happen, let it go. It's over. Instead, he creates a penalty.
So now then, the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend.
Slam. Kill.
Hey, 76. 76. 76.
Hold.
They'll run here with Henderson. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Darrell Henderson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Rams tack on to their advantage.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10.
Check 6 guys.
Throwing is Wilson. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Here we go. Mike 20.
Mike 49.
It's our time. It's our time.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They'll get 34 yards there. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's first and goal just outside the 5.
Check, 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 check.
On first and goal, Gurley. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll bring up a second and goal.
20.
Hey, watch the screen, watch the screen.
Gone. And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. And he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage with a penalty flag down. This might push him back further. So they were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
Tighten up. Tighten up. Check 24. Check 24.
49.
Obama.
I'm here all day. I'm here all day.
Another try on second down with Gurley.
Big stop.
And they'll get him down right around the 16. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. An extra defensive back on the field here for third and goal.
Key 81. Single. That's single the slot. Single the slot.
A shotgun snap for Goff. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
First and 10 at their own 7-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a second and 10.
Further.
Be ready. Hey,
14.
check like 33. I got you, son.
Here's Wilson throwing again. And he finds Howard complete. And they work this out past the 25. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
That's gonna be a long day.
Four down.
Motion.
Hey.
Check like 33.
Hey, pick your game up. Mike, check 33. Here we go, T.
95.
Under team.
Final play of the half. It's Wilson. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 19. So we come upon halftime with our score 14-0 as we send you cross country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
On second down, here's Penny.
There's so many definitions of a complete back. I think most people think a guy who can block, a guy who can catch, and a guy who can run. But how about when you put it all together as a runner, and you can fake people out, you can be shifty, and also run with some power and break tackles, as we just saw on that pickup.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Here's Wilson to throw. Flushed out right. Short pass to Howard, and he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good.
Let's go.
They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Go.
Mike, check, 59. Here we go.
59 Mike, check, 59.
Wilson. And Anderson's got it. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That's good for 28 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
19.
25, check 25, check 25. Check.
Wilson leaves this one with Penny. And a short gain down to about the 33. On the stop was Aaron Donald.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
He can't hang. He's not hanging.
Play action. It's Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. And now he's going to use his legs. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Go.
Here we go. Check.
Fall back.
Wilson. This complete to Lockett. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. And now the Rams are going to halt things as they want a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. On comes the Seahawk kicker here on 4th down. It's Jason Myers. From the left hash, it's a 42-yard attempt. Myers' kick is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
At the 33-yard line.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
Check. Crunch. Crunch. Crunch.
Mike's 56. Mike's 50.
12. 12. 12. 12.
They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments.
Let's get off the field,
Goff on 3rd down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. It's Ryan Kerrigan getting the sack. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. A first down there on a pickup of 25. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 43.
Check 48's the mark. Here we go. Hey, look.
Let's go double count right here. Double count.
Switch. Check.
One left.
Check 31. Mike 48.
Now it's Wilson. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
I like what they tried to do there. They didn't get a completed pass downfield, but they came off of a momentum play. Big-time gain on the previous snap. Came right back and threw one deep, hoping to catch them on their heels.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Now Wilson to throw again. past the 20. He'll find Metcalf. And they move this all the way down to the 9. It's a gain of 34.
They're still looking for their first touchdown of the game, and for a second, I thought they had it right there.
Looking on the sideline, it's finally good to see nods of approval. It's a welcome sign of life that this offense needed. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10. They'll try and run forward with Penny. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. Bear in mind, that wasn't a big lineman back there for the tackle for loss. That was a cornerback.
So are you saying the myth has been shattered? That all of them are not just cover corners? Some of them actually will stick their nose in and tackle when necessary? That's what we just saw, isn't it?
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's second and goal. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. They get only a yard there. Now it's third and goal.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
On third and goal, Wilson. Now he'll escape to his right. And it's caught. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Back now in Los Angeles. It's the Seahawks with possession of the football, but they do trail here to begin quarter number 4. Able to knock it through, and a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
And there's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3 and out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a touchdown, LA! Brandon Cooks with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. Zerline good with a PAT. And the lead is up to 15 now. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly.
And Wilson's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 28. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles?
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. They'll start on the ground with Barber. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Well, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
We're good. We're good.
They'll stay on the ground with Barber. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. The Rams on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 10.
SOS. Shit. 56 the mic. 56 is the mic.
Goff turns and gives to Gurley. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Here's Johnny Hecker now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
Joker. Hey, watch it. He's crashing. He's checking crash.
They'll start on the ground. It's Rashad Penny. And able to get it across the 10 to the 15. 11 yards there and a 1st down for Seattle. Now they have a little more space to maneuver from the 15, 1st and 10.
Hey, you don't want to see me. You don't want me to. Watch.
Hey, alert. Get up for
Watch the edge.
To throw is Wilson. They'll lock him with a grab over the middle. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
1st down, Seattle.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. Tyrone Crawford able to record his 5th sack of the season. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. And the Rams are going to go ahead and take another timeout. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. From the shotgun, Wilson. Bryant has it. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 11. Here's Wilson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
The one with the dime look that time on defense just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down.
14.
So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Let's go, Heavy. Tell me what you got. What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me something.
The Seahawks will go for it. It's Wilson. And this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Rams get the football in outstanding field position. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
He's taken down by It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 29-yard line.
Watch twist. Check the backer.
Point out.
They'll keep it on the ground. LeBlanc, a short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Now a timeout coming in here defensively as they stop it before the 2-minute warning with 2:09 to go in the game. The Rams on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 4.
Switch.
Shift. Check 59.
Hey, kill.
It's 59. Mike to 59. Watch the slats.
Mike, check. 59.
Get that quarterback, D-line. Get that quarterback.
Now a give, right side. LeBlanc, and he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And that will make this now an 18-point ball game. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
At their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Wilson, now a desperation throw deep downfield. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 14. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10.
Watch QB drop. Watch twist. Watch the twist.
Shift.
Hatchet.
Goff going to throw it. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. So Goff, he'll try to refocus after the sack. The Rams now set up with a tough one, a 3rd and long.
49.
12. 76. Tell him. 76.
To throw is gone. And a sack by one of the most consistent D linemen in the game, Gerald McCoy. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. Here's Johnny Hecker now, as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. Now it's Lockett. Look at the dance and the juke. They knew they were going to have great field position, went all out, got a little too aggressive.
And you have to understand your angles. They're cut down. When they're that backed up, you've got to be careful going after them.
So a big break. The roughing the kicker called on 4th down leads to 1st and 10. Goff with a kneel down here, and that should put a conclusion to this one.
What? 20.
So the L.A. Rams with a victory here, and I think the game balls need to be distributed on the defensive side of the